Hey, welcome to Saturday Night D&D with D and Brig.
What's up, Internet? All right, I know it's been a couple weeks. So, for the prize of 5 temporary hit points to your character, who wants to try and recap what happened last time?
I have no earthly idea.
It's been months.
One of
I'll give it
our
a try.
one of our characters' decisions, they fucked around and found out.
That could be the recap of almost any game.
Yeah.
We dealt with the consequences.
Last I
Well.
remember we had fought some, or they were running from fire giants, and then the ship captain got us, was kind of pissed off. It was revealed to us that there's kind of an underground railroad thing going on where they're taking slaves, acting like they're being sacrificed because they weren't doing well, and then shipped off to freedom someplace else. And I think we had left there with a open thing saying, "Hey, if you need us to help."
Which, first of all, she has absolutely no right being mad at us with how sketchy she was being about all that.
That and she tried to get on our capes about like several things that none of us did wrong. The only person who did anything wrong was Nick. It was really sorry, Brandon.
First
really
of all,
unjustified.
Yeah, and first of all, the only thing that I got in trouble for was something that could have been totally avoided if we had been given those armbands and given like a brief warning about what's going on in the city. Again, captain's fault.
Yeah, we'll blame the captain on that one.
Yep.
I blame the DM, personally.
I blame Garrett.
What? I blame Deft.
Wrong campaign.
It's always Def's fault. Somehow
crossover if you guys keep it up.
The cause of everything in Friday's game, Nick, you're the cause of everything on Saturday's game.
What has Moose done?
Take one for the team, Nick.
Okay, I'll take L and I'll take Will, but not Moose.
Okay, so 2 of 3.
You'll take a fucking L, all right.
Aw.
All right, for majority of accuracy and content, that's going to go to Lucky.
What do I get?
5 temporary hit points, sir.
Oh, nice.
He didn't even talk about the mold.
Do you want to carry on from there?
Not really.
No, let's just.
Did you already put it on me, or did I already have 5 temp?
I just added it to you. Yeah, but then we ended the session fighting a out of control, necrotically themed live mold that was actively consuming other deckhands.
So we can say that was Blaskin's fault, not Will's.
Again, it was the captain's fault. Let's be clear.
So that the combat had just been resolved at the end of last session. So I guess picking up from there, you guys are scattered about the deck. I think, Will, you were somewhere, you had walked halfway up the mast or something like that.
I am probably standing right on the side of it.
Let me see if I can still pull that one up, because I think you guys should still be on it. Where'd we go?
I'm like 10 feet up, something like that.
Yep. Okay, so combat has just ended. There's a bit of black slime mold debris that is kind of slowly what's the word? It's not decaying, it's evaporating, dehydrating, something like that. It's starting to just crumble and get picked up with the breeze.
Disintegrate.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But you're left with the hole that was broken through from the cupboard below onto the main deck, and the metallic remnants from Gilly's backpack, as well as I think some mostly dissolved bits of weaponry from the deckhand that was also consumed during combat. But there's a couple other crewmen standing around, kind of catching their breath. I believe this was during the night. And because you guys managed to defeat it in what, like 2 rounds, or maybe 3. I'm not sure. Then lucky you and Gumbo were still kind of sitting towards the back, having just kind of come up from the lower decks through the usual exit. The doors behind you to the captain's quarters are kind of burst open, and she comes out in a bit of a hurry, having gathered up her gear and been planning to join whatever chaos was going on the deck. She just kind of stumbles out, and she looks to her left and right, and she's got Lucky, you're to her left. Gumbo, you're sitting there to her right, kind of a step down in the stairwell. All right, what did I miss?
Some mold or fungus of some kind. I don't know what the hell that was. Anybody know where that came from?
Oh, that's my fault. I'll try to own responsibility for that.
All right, I'm going to need a little bit more to go on then. Mold just put a hole in the deck?
Is that really so strange given everything that happens around here?
They're not familiar with mold.
It is my fault, though. I'm the one that put it there.
She's just kind of... I guess I'll start with why?
Well, I thought you guys were doing the bad thing. I thought you were trading in slaves, so I left it there as a little surprise. And then by the time I was actually able to get around to clearing it out, it was already too late, apparently.
And what happened? I see the hole in the deck.
I believe it ate your chef.
All right, this is a bit of a pickle. So you mean to tell me you killed my crewman?
Yes. Unintentionally,
right.
but yeah.
Was he the only victim?
Like a deckhand, too?
Yeah, there's a... Will, you can probably see it the best from your position, since you haven't come down yet. There's a guy standing like 20 or 30 feet behind you in relation to the captain who's... the second she asked that question, he's just shaking his head.
Yeah, I think it was just the chef.
Wait, so I'm getting 2 answers now.
There's deckhand.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. You said the deckhand was waving at me, or I see his body?
No. So another...
What?
There was another guy behind you as she was asking that question. There's more than 2 people in the crew.
Okay.
So it's
I just kind of look at
even
Gumbo
before there was an
like
answer.
he's in trouble.
Yeah, I would just like to make it known that we had no knowledge or part in this.
Yeah, we definitely have. To prove that, the chef would be like the last person we would get rid of because we like to eat.
I was particularly fond of him myself. I'm gonna need a real good reason right now why we don't bring you back in chains for murdering 2 crewmen.
You should. That's exactly what you should do.
Now, let's not get too hasty. After all, Captain, while you had good reason not to trust us and to, immediately divulge information that is very sensitive to the well-being of yourself and your crew. I think we can all agree that there were some very suspicious circumstances surrounding the time that this all occurred as to what your intentions were, and if you guys were perhaps not as good as we had previously believed you to be. That
You
being
don't
said,
need to do this, Will. You don't need to justify it. I'll just go quietly.
Yeah, but I think what he's trying to say and what you were saying is that
Blaskin, I'm
okay,
gonna
let's say, Captain, that you were trying to help these slavers and all, and you found out about another ship bringing in, and you had a way to take that ship out where it stopped production, or at least the trade. Would you not have done so? I think that's where he was coming from. Not that he was trying to hurt anybody. He's trying to stop bad people from doing bad things, but it turns out you weren't bad people, and when he went to take away the bad thing, it was too late.
I'm gonna walk down and stand next to Blaskin. I'm gonna take this very seriously, and I'm not gonna stand on the side of this pole anymore.
First time for everything.
I'm gonna place my hand on Blaskin's shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "It's okay, Blaskin. I know that this was not your intention."
I don't think it matters if it was my intention. 2 people are still dead.
And that is unfortunately going to be something that you will have to live with and learn how to cope with. And I'm not saying that you didn't do wrong and you shouldn't be perhaps
Captain, do
punished.
you have any diamonds on the ship?
That's a good question.
While she thinks about that, I just want to say to the captain, I've traveled with Blaskin for some time now, and I know that this is a mistake, but I can promise you that he would never intend to hurt anybody who he didn't think deserved it or was going to do ill.
So I'll get back to your question in a second, Flint. But with Lucky and Will both kind of weighing in on this, you guys can either roll a persuasion check with advantage or roll individual persuasion checks.
I'm not proficient in it at all, so I don't think I should get the roll.
I'm also not proficient in persuasion.
Oh, go ahead, Nick. You started the conversation. I was chiming in along with you.
All right. Well, you know what? The advantage is going to help then.
Okay, that's not bad. That's 2 higher than I had set the DC mentally, which had been dropped just a little bit for a couple different factors. Listen, I'm not going to say that this isn't actually beneficial in some circles. Coming under sabotage strengthens the image we got going in its own way. You know, you keep having a smooth ride with what you're doing, never running into any trouble or any pushback. It's going to start, people are going to start noticing, why is it so easy for them? I don't know. What was that about diamonds?
I mean, could try and revive him.
Doesn't that have to happen pretty quickly?
Do you need a body?
Yeah, didn't the stuff kind of consume him?
Is he also dust? Did you also fly off the ship? I figured he was
There really isn't
stuck
a
end of it. I didn't know if the thing crumpled away and left bodies behind.
no. So as it started to, break down, without like the life energy keeping it bonded together, it was mostly from Gilly's perspective. It was basically pieces of his backpack, the Doc Ock backpack he had going on, and there was no fleshy material left from the deckhand who was grabbed during the combat.
Okay.
And you would need true res to have just like a piece.
Reincarnate does say piece of a dead humanoid. That's the level 5 one. Now, granted, they're probably not going to come back as what they went out with, but
Does reincarnate bring back the same body, or
no.
does that
that's the one
imply like
changes.
coming back as a new?
It changes your race,
Oh,
or has a
Same
chance
soul,
to.
new body.
Unless you want to go back to the first edition rules and you get a whole table of shit you could come back as.
oh boy.
I would like to play the game as a storm giant. Just keep killing me and reincarnating me over and over until we manipulate the dice enough.
Which one do you have, Flint?
A half caster. I have access to level 3 spells.
Yeah, revivifying will cut it. I actually looked at that too because that's also in my stuff, Garrett. I looked at it like 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I neither have it prepared nor do I have the diamonds. Nor were these people within the last 1 minute. I mean, the deckhand was. But I've already looked at everything and I couldn't find any way to make it work.
Look, I'm of two minds on this one. I believe that you didn't necessarily have a target so much as a message. And I think Gilly was just some unfortunate soul who tripped into that mess. Look, I'm gonna need to ask you, since you seem so willing, stay. Look, we're just gonna chain you up in the brig, and I'm gonna discuss this with Ledger when we get back to Bree's home.
Okay.
Is there any more of that shit anywhere?
I threw it off the side of the cliff, off the side of the boat. You could call it a cliff, but it's not. It's just the wrong word.
That would be wrong. You would be wrong to say that it is a cliff.
Yeah. You could say that. You'd be wrong, but you could.
It's like some poor ship, like 3 hours later, it just crashes to the deck. What's this? Ah! It's like never fire a laser into space. It's always gonna hit something eventually. She kind of wordlessly points to two of the deckhands, one that had just come up, kind of following the noise, and the other that was there behind you, Will, and then kind of nods over towards Blaskin, since they had been listening to the conversation in general. They approach with 2 sets of manacles. Arms, please.
Are you really sure you guys... I'm not going to say no, but you already know I can transform into animals, so you know those aren't really going to work. I can just go.
They both look at each other. Oh, yeah, okay. Turn left where you would normally go straight to your bunk. You'll find it.
Okay.
We'll they quickly do like a rock, paper, scissors. Okay, I'll follow you down.
We'll come visit you in prison, Blaskin.
You want us to hold on to anything for you?
I'm gonna cast a good berry and say, give these to people who are hurt. You know the drill. You guys have all eaten these before.
Yes.
So I just gave everybody 10 HP worth of healing for however they want to split that. And I'm gonna go down to the brig and lock myself in.
All right. The guy who drew the short straw, or just kept playing rock when the other guy actually changed his tactics, follows you down and just kind of wordlessly posts up about 6 feet out from the brig cell door. Kind of trying not to look directly at you, just glancing nervously a couple times, then kind of settling into his temporary role. As for the rest of the folks up on deck, the captain turns around, starts to head back to the door, and then she'll kind of look at you, Lucky, as she's passing, and pause. I believe him for what it's worth. But those are good people.
It's a bit unfortunate.
To be fair, I don't think he was trying to get anybody killed. I think at worst he was trying to, I don't know, spoil some cargo. I don't think he was expecting big goop fungus monster. Or he was, I don't know.
Well, whether or not you're expecting big goop fungus monster.
Oh yeah, no, it's a whole bummer situation.
He used to be a cook on another ship. That's when we first met him. Maybe he could do like that indentured servant thing for a bit for recompense.
I'm still not sure how good for morale it would be having the ship's cook be the one who killed 2 of our previous deckhands.
That wouldn't look suspicious.
If it helps,
Maybe it's,
I'm sure Lucky and I would gladly volunteer.
I mean, that's how I choose my cooks.
You could get kind of
The new one has to kill the old one. That's just how it works.
Yeah, it gives you kind of a rough image that you want to be part of this crew. You've got to earn your place. And there can be only one for like the cook.
I'd really not like that much turnover. It's way easier to keep our story straight when it's the same folks on the frickin' boat.
Well, I'm not really much of a cook. I can cook some basic stuff. I have some of these, and I pull out a bag of apples.
I've still got some of the last one. I'm good.
Oh, okay, good. Well, there's more.
Look, you two, Lucky was it? And I'm sorry.
A gumbo.
Well, isn't that just fitting?
My parents ran a restaurant.
It's just sounding better and better. Look, we've got a hole to fill, both on the deck and in the galley. So if you want to help smooth things over by trying to take over there, we got another day left to get back. So go for it. Knock yourselves out. And then she's just gonna head in, close the door again. You just hear a heavy sigh.
After she leaves, I turn to Gumbo. I'm like, dibs on the backpack.
On what backpack?
Don't worry about it then. And I head in to go get the previous chef's Doc Ock backpack.
It's gonna need some repair. It's not fully there were some leather components that were more eaten up.
I have mending.
Yeah, I was just gonna do some prestidigitation and some mending.
Okay.
Tinker with
Yeah,
it.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll Gumbo and I. Okay, you help me fix this, and we'll share it.
You know what? Sure.
All right. While they're doing that, are there any other deckhands or crew that have been injured? I'd like to spread some good berry love.
Let me check if we had any other guys in the combat tracker that had damage on them. He had not taken any damage. I think he had been shooting at it the majority of the time. I think the only people who really took damage that weren't completely eaten were you guys.
Okay. Then, Vivash, you want 5 of these, and I'll have the other 5?
Works for me.
All right.
Berries.
I guess I'm gonna look for a broom or a shovel or whatever tool, and I'm gonna start helping shovel all this dying mold monster off the ship.
Are we gonna try and fix the ship here, or are we waiting until we get back to port?
One of the other deckhands has already gone below, and you see them coming back up with a bundle of boards. He hears you asking the question. He's like, "If you want to go grab the bucket of nails down there and a hammer, we're going to take care of this right now, so no one else falls in."
All right, Vivash will help fix up the hole.
Alrighty.
Will also assist, unless he needs to be up in the crow's nest. He will also assist.
Were you? Were you on watch that night? This night?
I don't know if I was on watch when it occurred. Well, yeah, no, I was up in the nest. So yeah, I guess I was on watch, wasn't I?
I think was it you and Wavash trying to play cards?
No, I was on the deck. I wasn't on watch when this happened.
Okay, gotcha. Then I guess there would still be I guess if you're looking to make sure that all roles are filled, then you would innately decide to head back up, I guess, and keep.
I'll go back to watch then.
Keep your shift.
And when my shift is over, I'll pitch in.
Okay, perfect. You can be the overseeing manager who's just like calling down from the crow's nest. No, you're doing it wrong. You got to line up. Easy enough. You guys managed to get the hole patched. No, bash thumbs or anything of that regard. Lucky and Gumbo, you guys are tinkering with the dead man's backpack. You said just a combination of prestidigitation and a bit of actual tinkering, or
we
what
have
do you guys?
The spell mending.
Okay. Let's see. If you guys want to give me Arcana checks or combine for advantage on one of those.
I'm at +5. What are you at?
For which one?
Arcana.
Arcana?
8.
I'll give it to you.
And say with advantage.
Yep. Yeah. You beat a 20. You're able to, through a couple casts of mending, because you guys are both working on it together, all of the kind of linkages fit back together, don't end up knotting up accidentally. So you're left with a backpack that, because there was also, he had like a headband that went with it that was kind of the mental linkage to the construct within the backpack itself. So you have a equipable item. The headband, to use it, is going to require attunement. But if you're wearing that, in terms of game mechanics, that gives you... it can't cast spells, so I don't want to say it's just one additional action. I guess you can take a free melee action with it, either grabbing something, using it. It's using like the the knife extension to attack itself as a slashing attack. But that can be in addition to all of your action economy.
It might
So
be
physical
something that-
manipulation or melee attacks.
As a player,
That's
that might be
what's
something that's better for Gumbo to use because you're limited on spell slots.
Not exactly. And honestly, I don't want to stand in melee.
I don't either. Say if you think it'd be better suited for you, otherwise we can trade off. It's just going to be have to do it during long rests or short rests.
Hey, you know what? It was your idea. You go ahead and start off with it. See how it feels.
All right.
Cool. As you put the headband on, you hear this voice enter you. No, I'm kidding.
Oh gosh.
Kill them all. Captain, maybe a good
First
thing
make
that this person was killed.
Oh shit. Sleeper agent. All right, you guys now have. I'll making a note right now because I don't have that actually written down as a Fantasy Grounds item. Add
Sons of bitches! I hadn't planned on them picking that up.
item. I like it though. It felt fun when you started describing it. Like, oh, what happened if somebody else got to use that? So we'll go with that. Emergent gameplay, yay! Okay, so I think everybody's. Anything else people want to do in kind of the evening that's left before, like, the next day comes around?
No. So actually, I figure the repairing that and tinkering with it would be something we'd be doing over the course of the travel, not tonight.
That's fair. That's fair. We can roll that into the next day. So you guys just headed back to crash back out?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Nick, you finish your watch and are able to get a little bit of sleep in the early morning. Blaskin, you spend the evening in the brig. The morning rolls around, and all that changes for you is that the guard person has been replaced by a different deckhand who seemed to give you more of a cold stare, but isn't really saying anything or brandishing weapons or doing anything threatening. But everyone else, you guys can take a long rest then? I think I can hit that button in the party sheet, yeah?
I think that
No. Inventory?
unless they changed where it went with the new update.
Order. XP. Oh no. Oh, is it in? It's in the combat tracker. Yeah. There you go. Long rest. Okay. That means new portent dice for you, Lucky. Ambiguous.
So one of them changed. I had an 11 and 16 last time.
Okay, morning of the last day of travel rolls around. Nobody needs the first shift because there's already 2 deckhands at work. I assume everyone gets to experience the culinary creations of the new duo of chefs in the galley.
It will definitely consist of something in sausage.
Yep.
All
got, like,
dishes
the
will have
world
at least
sampler.
some sort of sausage in it. Actually, we're gonna do. I'm gonna give a tiny, like, one little coin's bite worth of hellhound sausage for everybody.
Do they know?
Nope.
Like it's just mixed in with everything else?
Yeah, it's just a single coin that I've snuck in there amongst the other.
Even to
coins.
the crew?
God.
Yes, everybody.
Oh, Lord. We really don't
Yeah.
want the captain to like us,
They
do
are
we?
not going to invite us back to be cooks on this ship, I don't think, if you add those to the plate.
It's just one little bite. Everybody gets that.
You
that's-
should-
you know how you can get like those bags of peanuts, and there's
For
like
that, we
only a
should
couple
warn
in
them
there
at the
that are
very
really hot.
least.
That's like what this is. It's a special.
We had, like-
We need
spicy
to
sauce.
warn them at least, or else they're gonna put us in the
We
brig
had
too.
like half a session where the captain was not suspicious of us.
All right,
Why?
there's a 50.
Why are we ruining this?
I'm gonna warn
chance I
people.
just eat
I'll warn
Alright,
people.
we tell everybody there's a surprise bite of sausage in there, so they at least know there's something. The one's a bit spicier than the others.
Jesus, Will.
Yeah,
Or-
one of the
but
slices is a
don't
bit
tell our friends though.
heavy on the heat.
So the Epicurean adventure results in 6 unfortunate souls rapidly scurrying to find buckets.
Well, at least we warned them.
One of which, let's see.
Oh god.
Oh, you guys actually did really well. Will, you're only eating apples today, so you're not part of it. Oh no. Wivash, unfortunately, you are one of those 6.
What? Oh shit!
He breathes fire from both ends.
This is his plan all along.
It's short-lived because it wasn't, it was a small bite. But everyone has a brief storm. A good half of them are laughing when they come back. They're like they appreciated the challenge / prank, whatever exactly it was. But yeah, after an adventurous morning in the galley, there's one afternoon shift if 2 people want to take watch.
I'll watch.
Is there going to be an evening or night shift?
No, you guys are going to be arriving by the end of the day.
Oh, okay.
So, was anybody helping Flint?
I will.
Okay. Then give me the usual, either separate survival rolls or one with advantage.
Let me tell you, I ain't got no survival.
Not after that.
Me either.
Oh, great!
Oh. Well, I'm probably still hanging out in the crow's nest, so I'll see this.
Double 16s.
Wow.
Flat 16 too.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
Yahtzee?
Where was it?
Opa?
Okay. Still pretty uneventful as far as the days, as far as the recent days have gone. There's a bit of chop and turbulence at times, but other than that, it's a pretty calm day. There's just that heavy air hanging over the crew as far as mood and temperament. Before the guard outside of the brig is changed, when he stands up, the only thing, he hasn't said anything to you all day, but as he's getting up and passes the other guy that's replacing him, he just over his shoulder, that was my brother, and then continues on his way out. As the day comes to a close, you do catch sight of the sky island that you originally set off from, Breeze Home, the city festooned with dozens of various scales of windmill powering most of the machinery in the city. You're able to dock back on the outer gangplank that kind of rings the edge of the city, and Captain meets you guys at the ship's gangplank that, walks down to the pier. And just nods to the group as Blaskin is brought up from down below. Right, I'm gonna go talk with Ledger. Y'all are free to, well, except for him, y'all are free to wait in the lobby where you guys came in, or out here, wherever you prefer. It's a free city, and we'll make. You completed your deal, so we're still giving you the information. I'll get that from him, and we'll see what he wants to do about this problem. Yeah, go ahead and take him in, boys.
Can I have a quick word with Blaskin before we part ways?
Yeah, she just holds up a hand.
AFK, taking
Sure.
dogs out.
Okay. Go for it, Gumbo.
I'm gonna take one of Blaskin's hands in mine. You know, I'm sure you regret what happened, but you know, going to prison is just see it as part of growing up. Everybody's been to prison. It's not such a bad place. You can eventually.
Wait, do we all hear this, or is this being whispered to Blaskin?
Oh, I'm saying it out loud. You know, it's just, you're
Going to prison is part of growing up.
you're a nice young man. You've got a lot to learn from the world still. And I think this is going to be a good experience for you in the end of the day. As long as they don't, like, execute you, which would be a bummer. So,
Let's Gumbo.
Is Blaskin allowed to have any representation? Can somebody go with him?
if you need a lawyer, I know a guy.
Mavash just has his head in his hands, just like, what? Sits down on like a nearby barrel or something, just like, I cannot believe this is happening right now.
I'll give his hand a final pat and just kind of nod to him. Go back to the others.
Thanks for your encouragement, Gumbo.
You're welcome, Blaskin.
Wow.
Damn it, I could hear laughter from the other room. What the hell did I miss?
This plane is fucking weird.
Just the best line Kate's ever had.
What did you say, Kate?
Some real
Why-
dumb shit.
Why can't I just go back home?
Hey, listen, you're gonna be able to listen to it on the replay.
Yeah, now I've got to go watch the replay, damn
Yeah,
it.
just write down
Oh.
the timestamp.
I was gonna say something like nice and heartfelt, but I decided not to.
I'm glad. I think we're all glad that you didn't.
Oh my god, that was beautiful. Okay,
I can go with
They-
Blaskin if need be.
sure you can. I mean, they're not going to
Okay.
push you away, but you just kind of follow behind them as he's led kind of through the. It's a fairly populated series of docks because it's a busy mercantile city. Lots of ships coming and going. So you're kind of moving through the crowd, but when they see that he's flanked by two of the crewmen that are kind of keeping hands on him, people just quickly make space and don't try to make too much eye contact. The one standout moment is as you're brought in to the. It's kind of through a door you guys hadn't come out of, but leads into some of the back rooms of the mercantile company itself. There's another guard waiting there with much more solid-looking thick cuff style manacles that have different 2 or 3 gems embedded in the collar itself, and they reach out and kind of clasp these onto both your wrists, and you kind of feel a deadening sense of your natural magic.
Yeah, mage cuffs. I'm just gonna call them mage cuffs.
Sure, we'll go with that. And then they lead you into a more fixed into the rock of the island, a more stable cell just to wait. Anything from the rest of you? Wivash, you were able to follow him, and they just, if you want, you can stay there outside the cell. Otherwise, one of the folks that brought him in gives you directions if you want to meet up with everybody else in the lobby.
Oh yeah, I'll go and meet everyone else in the lobby.
It was Flint was the one that was.
Yeah,
volunteering
I
to be
went
his
with
lawyer.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm swapped you two.
Not gonna lie, I didn't
Okay.
expect it to be the druid that was gonna be the criminal.
Yeah.
So,
if-
Flint,
if
was there anything you
anything-
wanted to do during that? Since I had you guys mixed up.
No, Mubash is
Um,
just gonna let events take their course, and there's nothing he can really do.
No, sorry. From Flint's perspective, since I didn't realize, or I had you guys mixed up, and so I thought you were following, but it sounded like he had some intent or maybe a plan.
I think I'm just interested in watching for now.
Okay. So you can either meet up with the rest of the group or chill there.
I'll wait.
Okay. So it's just you two in the holding area. I mean, him inside the cell, you outside. Yeah. And then the one guard that's standing by the door into this larger room. The rest of you, I assume, are heading into the main lobby.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait in whatever designated space they have.
Sure. I mean, there was it's got kind of a bus terminal vibe in some ways. You know, it's that dark wood interior of the whole space, but there's a series of benches that you guys can chill at. Okay, so there is a bit of a pause. I think you guys. Let me see. Where'd my dice go? Okay, about 20 or 30 minutes passes while you're all waiting, and then you see the captain approaching from behind a couple desks, from out of sight, and she's got a small like burlap bag in her hand, so, holding maybe a fist or two's worth of volume. And she's just kind of looking down at the ground as she makes her way over. As she steps up to you guys. All right. First, we owe you this for your troubles and for completing your end of the deal. She's going to hand out or hold out this bag to whoever wants to take it.
Will grab it.
Okay. Not too heavy. You can hear like some clattering inside.
I peek inside. What is it?
You see a handful of what look like wooden coins. And they have a brand put in the middle, so it's like a standard oak color of like, I think silver dollar size, and then
Are
there's
they
a darker
nickels?
brand.
Where I was told never to take with nickels.
They're larger than nickels.
Are these what we need to access the portal, or what are these?
Those will get you. Hold on. He pauses in notes.
I'd just like to point out, Will looks very uncomfortable right now because he feels like he's getting paid while also being partially responsible for somebody's death.
Those are your pass token for the portal that we have located just outside of Ribcage. They what was it?
All right.
So the portal's in a fountain pool. You throw a token in, and then you've got about 6 seconds to dive through, and it should take you, spit you out in a lake just outside of that city. So that's in a place called the Charred Vale. Can't guarantee it's the nicest place to go for a swim, but Zeal was giving you portal information.
So, writing this out really quick. Oh, you said the Charred Vale?
The Charred Vale, the Charred Vale is where you're going to exit. This spits you out. She's told you in a lake in the Charred Vale, right outside the city of Ribcage. So the Charred Vale is like the area of the Outlands that Ribcage is located in.
Thank you, Kate.
Yes, sir.
All right, with tokens in the fountain, got it.
The fun part is, this fountain's not just like out here on the main strip. It's down in Under Sigil.
What is Under Sigil?
She pulls out like a scrap of paper that she's reading. This looks like a pretty old piece of paper. She's reading some notes from. Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. I've never been to this myself. Never had need to. We don't use this one that often, I've been told. Not a lot of business to do out in, that area of the Outlands. But the fountain can be found at the end of a section of Under Sigil called the Forgotten Arcade. And the only other notes here is that somewhere beneath the lower ward. The lower ward being one of the general sections of the city that you guys are aware of. So I'm not quite sure where exactly, but the notes also mention hiring some kind of local tout. Again, I've never been there myself, but if you can get a hold of someone who's more familiar with the underbits of the city or the lower ward itself, then that's probably going to be beneficial. And just in terms of terminology, a tout you guys have worked with before, Declan, who works with Iggy, he's considered a tout in Sigil.
Okay, gotcha.
Under Sigil, Gumbo is, well, you know how like most cities have like a sewer system that's running underneath them?
Yes.
Yeah, well, take that concept and then like keep building new sewer systems on top of them, and then cities on top of that. Sigil's, I don't know how old it is. It's real old. So there's any number of layers below it. So it's, not exactly a walk in the park, but
Thank you for the raid, Havoc.
If you can find someone who knows their way around a little better, then that's going to increase your odds. I've seen what y'all can do, though, so I have faith. I mean, numbers are going to help, too. And as far as numbers go, speaking of your compatriot, well, there's really no good way to put this. Ledger and I agreed that he can go with you. And she just
that's
gets this bare smirk like on the corner of her face.
It's very kind of you.
There's some politics involved. I think there was just a little bit of bias on. Well, I won't speak ill of my boss, but anyway, we're sending someone back to unlock the door and get those cuffs off. I don't know. I think at the end of the discussion, we're going to bear some scars. I'm pretty sure that soul is already bearing some scars. And I honestly didn't know what to do with him if we kept him, so it's probably best, get some distance from each other as well. Right, so I guess that's business. I wish you luck. I do not wish to be in your shoes, but your business is your own. I don't need to make heads or tails of it. We've and she looks over to you, Lucky. We've got a means of keeping in contact should the need arise. Do appreciate the support we had from y'all along the way. But yeah.
Yeah, hopefully in the
best of luck.
In the future we can fix that little problem you're working on.
I would love one day to be out of the job. While this has been going on, there is a knock at the door outside of the cell that both you, Flint, and Blaskin hear, and it opens really quickly, or just opens a crack, and the one outside whispers to the guy inside, and he kind of does a double take, and then shrugs and pulls the keys out and comes over and starts unlocking the door. I don't see it, but order's an order. They're kicking you out. You can leave. Oh, hold on. And then he grabs like a flat circular stone out of his one of his pockets and holds it up underneath the mage cuffs you've got on, and they unlatch, and you kind of feel that deadening field drop.
Those could be useful.
Those are properties of Thriftwind Mercantile & Co. They're not leaving, just you.
Fair enough. You ready to go, Blaskin?
Did we lose Scott, or is he in quiet contemplation?
Oh, I was just muted. Don't worry about it.
Oops.
That's weird. I would have thought it was going to be worse with how Gumbo described it. I thought growing up was going to suck, but if it's that easy, that's not bad at all.
One step at a time, Blaskin.
I'm just laughing at the notes that Oak just posted. Jesus. Wait, are those public notes? I thought that was
I don't
Nick's
know. It
old
popped
stuff.
up on my screen. Someone shared it. I think that's Nick's or Kate's.
What? The real hottest
those
notes are my
Nick's old
notes.
Yeah, that's what I thought those were yours.
Why did it? Hang on. Why did it pop? Yeah, whatever.
Oh no, it just popped up on my
Song
screen. I'm
two.
like, okay, did somebody add something to the real hottest notes?
Oh. Yeah, I just saw it pop up as well. How do you...
These are my notes. Why are you guys looking at my notes?
Because you
Why
shared
is
them.
it public?
They're public.
You shared them, dude.
Did I? Oh, whoops.
Oh, did you click the shot?
Oh,
Hey, I just unshared it for you.
Wait,
I
give it
must
back.
have.
I want to see.
I must
You were
have clicked
reading the real
unlock.
hottest notes, man.
Those were the hot notes.
All right, fine.
The real-
I'll make them public again. I was trying to unlock. it.
No, it's unlocked too.
Well, yeah, I successfully.
You did
unlocked it.
everything.
Hit the little like print to chats button.
This?
Wait, what's...
Wait. I don't know. Is it this button? No, it's not that button.
What day is it?
Saturday?
No. In game. What day is it?
Saturday.
Friday.
I
You
like
sure?
how these are Nick's notes, and he's put them down, and then he'll make editor's notes.
No, the editor's notes are me.
Oh, are they? Okay, I'm like, that's funny. Editor of the editor's
Except-
notes.
That
My
one was
bad.
me.
Boy, chat, you sure are missing out on some really great comedy.
What are you talking about? These
Okay.
notes are public. The chat can read these notes on Bradley's screen.
Oh, nice.
No,
Okay.
they're not showing. Hang on. Well, I don't know if they can read that small. Let me switch.
Fair. Let's ruin everybody's eyesight. We'll be squinting.
That was my plan.
Nice.
Yeah, see, here's where they start. I don't know that they can all get on the screen though.
That is a lot of.
Now, I would just like to point out that I only have the real hottest notes because I lost access to the hot notes and hotter notes.
Yeah, because you kept logging in with a different name.
Yeah, so this is my third note.
Uh-huh. I think
You
it's your
should
fourth.
copy paste those to the stream supporter chat.
Oh yeah, Discord. Awesome.
I guess I could,
Okay.
couldn't I?
So, Blaskin, Flint, you guys are returning to the rest of the group?
Yes.
Question mark.
Unless, we're gonna go on a walk. See what else there is. Get some ice cream. You want some ice cream, Blaskin?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Yes.
You reused the name Declan.
Did he? This was
Yeah.
the same Declan, dude.
No, I scrolled all the way up to the very top because I've copy pasted
Mhm.
these notes. Remember when at the very, very beginning when we were looking for that dude, that apprentice or whatever that had the ever burning gem, and there was like I don't know if it was a werewolf or something, but one of the brothers was hurt. It says Declan's brother Mikal is hurt.
Oh, but see, that one was spelled with a K, and the other one that you guys have in Sigil is not.
It's, like there are people in the real world with the same name.
I can't wait to meet
Maybe
Declan.
Declan's
That's
like
not true.
John in Brandon's world.
That's not true. You can't prove that.
I can't
Yeah,
wait
I'm
to
pretty
meet
sure
you,
that's
Declan.
Nick, stop exposing my meta plot.
Well, that's what you said. That was the same Declan.
Oh
As
my
Declan
god!
Jr.
He's been all over. He's secretly Fae. No.
My
Okay.
God.
You guys meet back up in the lobby.
With ice cream.
Yeah, Flint and Blaskin have ice cream.
We're
Did you
not
bring
sharing.
enough for the rest of the class?
No,
He
we're
was-
not sharing.
He was really upset, so I had to get him some ice cream.
He says ice cream I can't eat.
It's okay, Blaskin. I
Yeah.
get what you mean. When I'm upset, I eat apples.
He knew you couldn't eat it, so that's why he got extra so he could have more.
Oh, jeez.
I put my hand on Will's shoulder and be like, I'm so sorry that you're upset all of the time.
I was just gonna jump in and be like, no, that doesn't count because you eat apples when you're happy too.
I had no idea you were so upset 100% of your life.
I meant like I eat more than just like 1 or 2 apples. I meant like I eat a bunch of them. I take out and I start eating an apple.
Jeez.
Is it funky
Balrog.
one?
What?
What?
Nothing.
It's like we didn't all just
As
hear
you
you
guys turn
yell.
around and a pit feed finishes.
It's funny that happens, and I see viewers drop, like 2 immediately drop.
Killing the stream, Garrett.
Holy cow!
Thank God.
It
Thank God.
My work here is done.
It's working.
All right, you guys are all back together, including some fresh frozen dairy treats. What's your next step here? What do you guys want to do?
Well, I have our token to no tokens to where we need to go, but maybe we should go find Declan and talk to Iggy. Find out who we should. He can help us, or if he can recommend somebody for us to talk to about finding someplace called the Forgotten Arcade.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah. So maybe we can check up on the house while we're here.
Okay, so what's the...
You guys want to go to
What's
Iggy
the target?
first? Yeah, you guys want to do Iggy first? You want to go to swing by the house?
Could do Iggy first.
All right, that's 1 for Iggy.
That's fine.
That's 2 for Iggy.
I suppose I don't mind seeing Iggy again.
Iggy
That's
is
3.
fine with me.
That's 4. All right, we have a majority.
Great. So you guys head out, make your way back to... Oh, shit. I've got... That's old notes now, relatively. Where'd he go? You guys remember the name of his shop?
Ooh, that did
Jams.
not make it. That did not make it into the real hottest notes.
No worries. There is... Where is he? Your Burning Desires. You guys make your way back to Iggy's shop in the clerk's ward of the city. You've been there several times now, so it's not really an issue making your way through the crowd. At 15, 20 minutes of travel from where the Thriftwind Mercantile was located. And proceed on in. The little bell goes off above the door, and you just hear him call from the back, "I'll be right with you." Like 20 seconds and some jumbling of what sounds like scrolls or parchment, and he makes his way to the front of the shop. "Yes, how can I help you today?"
We are back from our sailing adventure. Just wanted to check in.
Wonderful. How did you like sailing?
Blaskin went to prison?
Impressive.
I'm a
Yeah,
grown
we've-
up now.
Rather short stay, in my opinion, but
Yeah, we've
Yes,
got
I was
our own
just going
little
to add.
reprobate with us.
Well, I'll make sure to keep an extra eye on the contents of the shop.
Oh, he
Oh, I
didn't,
don't
he didn't go
steal-
for theft. Yeah.
I don't steal anything. I just get people killed.
Interesting. You know, there's a potential line of work with that. Especially if you make it look like an accident.
Tell me more.
we
What do you
can
mean, make-
monetize this new skill.
Make it look like an accident. It was an accident.
It was just a rat. You all saw it.
Right.
Hey, Iggy. We need some help finding a place called the Forgotten Arcade somewhere in the lower ward. Something you're able to help us with?
I don't know, my memory of the lower ward and its, back streets and front streets is a little
Don't forget the side streets.
murky. Haven't been there in a while. If only there was something that could help jog my memory.
I hand him an apple. If he takes
Oh,
the
yes.
apple, if he takes the apple, under it are 5 gold coins.
That's some interesting sleight of hand. Oh, like in your palm?
Yeah. There's 5 gold
Okay.
coins in the palm of my hand, and there's an apple on top of it.
Listen, William, normally that would just be insulting, but you guys did invest quite a bit of money last time you were here, so I appreciate
I'm
the
so sorry.
gesture.
Here's a second apple.
You sweet summer child. So, I don't know of anything in the lower ward called the Forgotten Arcade. That seems like a bit of a miss. There has been mention of it in the past in a region of Undersigil. Is that what you were referring to?
Yes, that is exactly what we're looking for.
Right. Okay. You're going to need a bit of a hand in the bit of a local hand if you're making your way through Undersigil, at least to be more successful.
Yeah, that was mentioned.
Oh, good. Well, then I don't need to repeat that messaging again. I can certainly see if my boy is available. You're also welcome to shop about if there are any other local lads in the lower ward that might also be inspired to lead you, probably for coin. Declan's out on a task right now, but if you want me to see if he's up for some lower ward, Undersigil adventurous ne'er-do-welling, I can send him your way when he gets back.
I think that would be great. What do you guys think?
Handle it.
Am I sure if he can handle it?
No, I'm not sure he can handle it.
I've never had to doubt his abilities yet. I trust that, should you get in any significant trouble, he'll find a way to stay out of it. I don't exactly, keep him employed for his combat bravado. Up to you. If you prefer to try and acquire another person for the role, then that's absolutely your call.
Well, I always like giving Declan a hard time.
Yeah,
Odin, who greatly enjoy this.
yeah, we've worked with Declan a few times now. I feel like I at least feel like he's somewhat trustworthy.
Right, fair enough. I expect him. Well, I didn't really give him a deadline. At some point today, if he shows up in a reasonable amount of time, I'm sure he'll want to grab a bite, and then he can. I should send him over to your dwelling.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Fair enough. Anything else I can assist with in your continued adventures?
Do you want to try this this sausage we brought back?
Standing behind
When-
Jumbo,
when
Will is gonna
shaking
shake
his head no.
Yeah, I smell.
It's
I smell
behind
real big.
everybody.
This one. How did I pull some hellhound sausage out?
It's got quite the cake.
Will and Flint are both shaking their heads furiously no.
I haven't had that in a while.
Oh, you've had it before.
Ooh, hellhound sausage, goodness. Been a few years. Don't get out so
I'll
much.
cut off like a coin for him.
Help yourself. We brought plenty back.
Take me back. He'll reach out and kind of deftly pluck the sliced sausage coin, pops it in his mouth. Fairly fresh. That's lovely. You see his eyes just kind of light up a bit, like the orange flare.
I'm glad you like it. A lot of
got a
people
kick.
seem to have some trouble with it.
I do attribute the strong stomach for this kind of thing to the family genes. It has been a while, but he is a fire genasi. Well, thank you. I think I might need to go find something to wash it down, but unexpected. Surprise sausage. I think that's
Always
a new
a-
phrase for me.
Always a pleasure to visit. I suppose we shall return to our dwelling.
Always a pleasure to be of service. Yes, you should hear from Declan sometime today. I assume with that, you all make your way back to the ladies' ward and your townhome.
Will doesn't have anything he wants to do.
Well, there was mention of checking in at the house, so did anybody have any specific plans there?
Oh, I meant like in between. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Will's
gotcha.
ready to go back to the house.
Just check on plants.
Sure. You guys are able to make your way back to the home that was given to you, the deed handed over by, I think it was Lucius Dorn, your patron from the Hunters Guild, whatever that was named now. I'm going to have to go back even further. Blaskin, checking in on your plants. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm just
You had
making
stuff
sure they're not like
planted.
diseased or anything.
You don't see anything amiss. Roll me a. So what would it be? Yeah, a nature check.
I'm pretty good at those.
Okay. Not hard to miss, really. Just as you're taking in the state of everything else that's growing, you do see that there's some small branches starting to poke up around the base of the plants of razor vine, the kind that's kind of growing across the tops of walls and various places in the city. You know it's a bit of an invasive weed.
I will clear out the thorn vines.
Fair enough. Give me a dexterity check. This stuff sucks. Okay. You do not take any slashing damage as you are pruning and removing this stuff.
That'd be pretty
There are
hard for my
some-
metal body to get hurt by thorns.
How do you take slashing damage?
I actually take half slashing damage. I'm resistant.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Okay.
So I feel I was gonna say, if these thorns get me, what am I, like, jamming them into my eye sockets? What am I doing out here?
Yep. Whoops. Okay. No, otherwise, things are growing fine. You gave them a good burst when you were initially planting and growing this stuff. I think you've got the spicy tomatoes and the cinnamon apples, something like that. Anybody else in the party? Any tasks or plans here while you guys are killing time waiting for Declan to show?
Probably standard kitchen experimentation.
Fair enough.
Actually, we talked about this before, Brandon, but would it be possible for me to go out and try and find an item that makes my spell save DC higher for enemies?
Spell save DC higher based on your casting mod of wisdom? No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically modify. I think it's been a while. Was there more specifics to that, or is it just like, can I try and find an enhancement to just boost the save DC?
Just enhancement to boost that. Yeah.
I actually have something I want to try as well after his thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking for a second.
You can blame Baldur's Gate for that
pardon
one.
the pause. Yeah, I'll say if you want to make an investigation roll to see if you are successful in finding someone who can either provide a service that you're looking for or can point you in a right direction.
6.
Okay. We're going to... With a 6, you spend a few hours out in the markets and talking to various people, but there is no useful result from this attempt.
Shit! Alright. The quest
Dumbo, what's up?
for a useful magic item for me continues.
Fair enough.
The Hellhound Sausage had an effect where if you pass a save, it would give you some temp hit points. Can I try to make like a soup out of it to make the DC on that lower?
Yeah, how do you want to... Sell me on how you can roll that. Like, what do you want to use and why?
Okay.
Like, if I'm going to make you do a check...
I need to balance it out because it's pretty intense. So I'm gonna make like this a bit creamier like tomato soup.
Okay.
Using some of the... Didn't you grow tomatoes too, Blaskin?
Yeah, I got spicy tomatoes.
Those are spicy. Is that gonna be too spicy?
There's no such thing.
Okay. Well, I'll use some of his spiced tomatoes to make a milder version of this hellhound meat.
Didn't you guys go through quite a bit of hassle to acquire wyvern milk?
I believe so.
No, the reason I asked what day it was is because our wyvern milk vendor is only here on Wednesdays, and it's not Wednesday. I've been waiting for Wednesday.
Oh my
it's not
god, that's
Wednesday.
right.
It's in the notes.
I'm gonna have to keep better track of what day you guys are on. That's a good thing to just kind of write down when I start, though. So.
But no, I do not have wyvern milk,
Good
but I
call
have
out.
like normal animal milk.
Okay. Fair enough. But you're angling on how to balance it. What do you think? Yeah. How's your? What am I trying to ask? What skill do you want to use to cook?
Either nature to try to figure out what spices would balance this out, what flavors would balance it out, or medicine.
Are you?
I'm not
That's fun.
proficient in medicine.
Yeah.
But I am in nature.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll nature. I was gonna say you
Okay.
can still pick, but the DC is gonna be higher for medicine. Oof.
I have a
So,
dice if that's low. Is it low?
wait. Do you re-roll ones?
Oh.
I'm probably helping, and I would allow her to do that with my halfling ability.
Okay, because that was a 1. So go ahead and try again.
Thanks, bud. I'm gonna roll this knot in tower so I can do shenanigans if I need to. That's not much better. I'm gonna use my Dark One's luck. So
The curse of Jews.
This food is
this
not
doesn't
meant to be.
re-roll. This
Cursed
doesn't re-roll,
hellhound
but it lets me add a d10. So I want to roll a d10.
Oh boy.
I knew it. Now roll a
Holy
3.
shit.
Now roll a 3.
Yeah, this does not turn out super great.
So, you guys are pretty sure you're on the right track, but maybe it was too much spicy tomato. I don't know, but there was kind of a curdling effect that happened, and so you got a sour burning soup.
I don't know, Lucky. I think this one might need to go in the bin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna need to
we
make a con save.
to try some different ingredients. What was that stuff that the former chef of the ship had that we were talking about?
Yeah, it's a freaky spices going on, and like that weird cleaner one.
Maybe we need to try that.
I don't know. Should have taken some.
Gumbo, you do need to roll a con
You mean
save
this
since
right
you
here? And I
tasted
pull
the
out a
soup.
patch that I put in my pocket.
You didn't. No.
Okay, you're safe.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna go in the bin, I think. Remove
And
my
yeah, I think
remaining
was it 5 temporary hit points
Yes.
if you pass the con save? So yeah, I'm just gonna add that to you.
Okay. I didn't
It tasted
completely
worse,
ruin
but
it.
you still got the same effect. That is, it's hard to take that out of the meat. All right. Any other kitchen shenanigans from you two?
I've had my fill.
Yeah, we need to go do some research.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just gonna go enjoy my time in my room. Maybe take a nap.
Solid plan. Will, when you stop by your room, you will notice standing out from the usual how you had left it, there is a scroll left on your bed with a seal.
Like, is it going?
I will- Yep. Thank you.
I will throw it a ball. Play with. I will first. I will look around the room and see if I see anything else out of place, and then I will
roll me a perception check. Nothing else out of place.
Then I will mutter to myself, I knew I shouldn't have cheaped out on the lock. And I will go and I will look at the scroll.
Okay. So the seal on the scroll itself has a embellished, very scripty H. You break it open.
I do.
Okay. The first thing you notice is as you unroll it, a smaller strip of parchment flutters out. If you pick that up, it's a kind of quickly scribbled note. It says, "Apologies for the intrusion. Wasn't sure how to reach you. Figured I'd leave this here." And then it's signed Haversham.
Oh.
The larger note is there isn't a whole lot there, but essentially there's a kind of urgent missive. William, need to have you return at your earliest convenience. What's the word I'm looking for? I wrote the highlight notes down. So, second heir to the Arconis throne threatening your rulership. Signed, Brashear.
That's nice.
I'm gonna stand there for maybe like a minute processing, and then the entire house is probably gonna hear me scream, "I have a sibling?"
What's he on about?
Oh no, there's two.
How unfortunate.
Who signed it, by the way? Does it say at the
Brashear.
bottom? Like, okay, it was Brashear.
Mhm.
You know what? I think maybe somebody should check in on Haversham and see how he's doing. And maybe not totally ask him about where this came from. I'm going to sprint down the stairs to the front door, running past the kitchen, Gonna go see Havisham. Bye, Lucky. Bye, Gumbo. And
Bye.
I'm just going to sprint right out.
All right. And you're heading towards.
Yes, Havisham's.
Okay, the bookstore.
Yep.
Got it. You make record time across the city. There are a couple gasps as you leap over or do a bit of a spider climb around. Some interesting parkour when you can walk up walls. More crowded sections. And then you arrive breathless at the front door to the bookstore, the door has been repaired. So you don't just like walk through a broken door frame. As you quickly, I'm assuming, quickly open the door, you hear the little jingle above.
Havisham, it's Will.
Five seconds. 10 seconds go by. No answer.
I start looking around for him.
Okay. You don't see anything in the like the front area of the store. You do recall they had the den in the back, and there was an upstairs with some of the orrery components.
I will search the whole place from top to bottom.
Fair enough. Give me an investigation check. We're looking for a hidden librarian. Or, I don't know. What do you call it? Not a librarian. Who owns a bookstore?
A bookkeeper?
Ah, yes, that works. Okay. With that roll, it's very easy to find him napping upstairs.
Do I? Yeah, no, I absolutely wake him up. But not like I don't walk over and just like, sort of shake him or anything.
We're going with the bucket of water. Got it.
No, as soon as I see him, I just shout at the top of my lungs, Haversham.
Yes. Hello, Master William.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just meant to wake you up.
And he sits up, kind of rubs his old eyes. No, it's, I shouldn't be. I just thought it would be like a 5-minute nap, but the door's still open and whatnot. Oh, I had a letter for you. Wait.
Yes, I got it.
Oh, good, I did deliver it.
By the way, you're always welcome to come and visit whenever you want, just so you know.
I assumed.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on. Where did you get this? Who gave this to you?
This was, well, I admit, it was written in my own hand, but I received a communique, magically, if you will, from Miss, what was it, D'Alesso?
Yes, Ariel.
Yes. Passing on the concern from her compatriot, your mentor, I believe. This was. They weren't quite sure where to reach you, but had been familiar with the bookstore, so they thought I might be of some assistance in relaying the message.
Yes, absolutely. It was a huge help. What else? What did they say, like specifically?
Well, the message was quite limited in its capabilities, so we didn't exactly have a long conversation. But there was some concern about unexpected heir to the kingdom, and your absence being a problem because it was uncontested.
Did they say anything about specifically who the unexpected heir was?
No, I assume it's direct lineage from the your father, the previous what is it, a king, a chancellor?
I believe it was King. Yes.
Okay, yes, that stands to reason. It is a lineage, I believe, in your area.
Well, this is Nick kind of speaking out of character, Will, for a second. I don't know if there's anything else I can really ask Bashir, given that I presume it was a like a sending spell or something that has a limit. I don't know if sending has a limitation, but I know that there's other spells that do have limitations. So,
Yes. I want to say sending's the one with the 25 word limit.
I think that sounds about right. So, I think because Will feels bad that he might have just startled Haversham. He'll spend some time with Haversham, maybe chat with him a little bit, ask how he's doing, how the bookshop's been, and all that before he says farewell and returns back to the house.
Okay.
He will ask. The one thing he will ask is if there's anybody, if Haversham knows who I could go to try and get a message back to them.
He can certainly. He's still connected with the Grey Circle staff in general, so he leaves you with, like, he's got a task on his plate to check with some of the more divination focused mages or wizards, sorcerers on in the circle, and see if he can coordinate some time to have you pass messages along, or if there was anything that you wanted to leave him with, if you knew what you wanted to say, or if that was too private.
You know what? Yeah, I think the only thing that I could that I can think of right now is I have I have all caps. I have a brother and or sister! Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark. You get the idea.
And this is directed back to the two of them? Right. Or does this have a different destination?
Nope. Yep. Same people.
Okay. Well, I'm familiar with both of them, so I believe I can help guide one of ours to send that along. I will keep you posted as quickly as we hear anything or something else happens.
Oh, and you know what? I should probably add. I'll scribble a couple more another line or two after that. We'll make haste shortly. Need to find Felix.
Okay.
Thank you.
Haversham kind of smiles at that last note. Oh, thank you, and good luck. Yes, we'll
you.
Pass your message on.
Thank you very much, Haversham. Take care of yourself, and don't be a stranger.
He's just going to start lurking outside y'all's windows.
All right, I will go back to the house.
Great. Right, Will returns. A good, maybe no more than a half hour later, you guys have a knock at the door.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
That doesn't sound like us.
Hello?
Oh, hey. Hello, come in. Yeah, we need a guide through the, Undercity? What's it called again?
Hi, Declan.
Yeah.
Iggy said you would be able to assist us, potentially. We need to go to the Undersigil and find a place called the Forgotten Arcade under the lower ward.
Cool. You're going to Undersigil.
Yes.
Yeah, I figure I can do that.
Excellent. Let me go tell everybody, and we can get on our way.
Yeah, I figure 150 gold up front. I can get you there.
I give him 200 gold. The faster the better. With haste, Declan, please.
Right. Well, closest place I know is going to be in the lower ward. So we can head that way. It's going to be kind of swampy, just so as you know.
I think we can
So,
deal with Swampy.
Yeah, pack your waders.
Actually, on second thought, how Swampy we talking?
Lots of standing water. This is some bits what had been flooded. It does connect up with some of the larger sewer systems. And then I think we'll be making our way through nowhere. And then it should be on the other side of that one.
Lucky.
Yeah.
You have water walk, right?
Hang on, let me look. Water breathing. I think walking is cleric.
Flint, do you have water walk?
No.
Yeah, I've only got breathing.
True, it's
damn.
a water walk.
Did you just lump clerics and paladins together, William?
Whoops.
How dare!
Whoops.
Whoops.
I forgot that Flint was a paladin.
Wow.
Sorry, Flint. That's uncool of me. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need some time to think about this.
Well, yeah, a little bit of Swampy never killed anybody. Okay, hang on. I bet a lot of Swampy has killed a lot of people. A little bit of Swampy hasn't killed any of us yet.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. Blaskin, Lavosh, Flint, Jumbo, Lucky. Does anybody have anything else they need to do?
The only thing we've been doing is trying to fix this recipe we can't quite get right. But that can be done later.
Yep, stick a pin in it. Blaskin, how's the garden? Or is he out shopping?
The garden is doing pretty good. I couldn't find what I was looking for when I was shopping, though. Maybe next time.
Maybe
Definitely next time. Flint, how about you? You ready?
Yes.
Lavosh?
I am ready.
Jumbo?
Of course.
Excellent. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to rush you guys, but apparently I got some trouble at home.
Oh, that's not good.
Isn't that how that started when we met, having trouble at home?
It was
well,
different.
Yeah, when we met, I didn't know I had a home.
another home.
Another home. I should say another home. Yeah, no. My grandfather and my mother are doing just fine.
So you think?
Ooh, yeah, I haven't checked on them in a while.
Their scroll appeared. No.
Oh man, she's gonna chew me out. I have not written to her in probably a couple months.
Ooh, I just thought up the new big bad. You're so guys, I need a minute to go check on something. I'm hearing some kid squabbles.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, does anyone want a bite of this really terrible soup before we put it in the bin?
Well, when you phrase it like
Five temporary hit points. Mmm.
I can't eat soup.
I know, Blaskin. I'm sorry. Hey, what'd you do with that ice cream?
So I like to. Would you guys like to hear the scenario I concocted in my head for it?
Yes.
Yes.
I like to think that Flint bought it for him, and then as they're walking along, it starts to melt, and Blaskin just throws it away. But I like the idea that Flint bought it knowing it would make him feel better no matter what, even if it was just something Blaskin would throw away in a couple minutes. So we're just like walking along in the park, and he's like, "So how was jail?" And he's like, it wasn't that bad." As the Blaskin's like opening a trash can lid, throwing it in, closing it, keep on going. That was how it was in my head.
That's pretty good.
I gotta make sure my boy's taken care of.
I imagine the same thing, except Blaskin not finding a trash can and just letting it melt entirely.
Just all over his hands or something. I don't know why. That was just how in my head it went down.
That's good.
Like, it wasn't the ice cream. It was just the act of buying the ice cream that helped make Blaskin feel better.
Retail therapy.
Exactly.
Okay. All good on the kid front. Had a kind of rough wake up, but settled that pretty quick. So I'm just gonna grab some water and then I can jump back into it.
Cool bean.
Okay. So,
Hey, Gumbo?
yeah.
Absolutely not. But
What?
thank you
I
for
didn't even ask
offering.
anything. Oh,
No, you asked-
the
yeah.
soup? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it turned out pretty bad. I'm not gonna force anybody to eat this.
Yeah, go next.
Yep. Oh, and you know what? I gotta wait for Brandon to get back. But when he gets back, I'm gonna give Declan a little more gold, and I'm gonna ask him if we're not back by next Wednesday, if he can go see Zasco for us. Hey,
That's the
Brandon.
missing piece.
If
I heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how much more are you gonna give him?
You know what? Declan, you're a good kid. I give him another 25.
Keep a running tally of how much money you've paid him.
I want Declan to be the richest. I want him to be the richest kid. I want him to be what's Richie Rich? I want him to become Richie Rich.
This is great. You're putting me through college.
Don't lie to me. I know you're not spending that on college. You're probably starting your own business venture.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling college. Hey.
He's opening a college.
What?
Is he
Giving
actually
him all
a
the
kid?
money he
Wait.
What? Oh, yeah. Wait. Hang on a sec. Is this a
Is he-
human child or
Is
what
he
is
actually
he?
a kid, or is he just like a halfling?
He presents as a human
Presents.
teen.
Okay.
Like early teen.
But he's
Think
taller
think
than
like a
halfling,
newsy.
right? Like he's clearly not a halfling. He's tall. If he's a teenager.
No, he's human.
Okay.
For now.
That's true. We never know how many times Declan's gonna die and get brought back as a different race.
You have met him in multiple cities across the multiverse.
Apparently, we have.
All right.
Okay. We heading out, yeah?
Yes, please.
Right, so
You guys are led to the lower ward. About a half hour of travel. And you arrive. On the way, he's kind of given you just a little bit of like a prep. Because leading you blindly, you paid enough. He's not just going to leave you in the dark. He's leading you to a place that he just refers to, so all the locals just call it the Busy Tower. Now, whether that's short for business or not is kind of a common argument among the locals. But as he's talking about where he's leading you guys, you do kind of spot a taller structure among the different buildings of the lower ward. In the distance, as you approach, it's kind of think like a very skinny ziggurat. So it's got a couple steps to it, and it's festooned with all manner of like smaller, like it's a combination of shops, and built some apartments into it. And then there's like just some common meeting space. There's a couple food stalls that have set up in the different alcoves or right along the front side, the street side of the building. But he leads you around the side and kind of down a set of steps off the high street to what appears to just be the door to a basement of the structure. A thick wooden door. There's like clumps of razor vine that are like growing out through some gaps in the stonework around it, or like some sections of the door itself. And he kind of slaps it like, this baby can get 50 miles to the gallon.
Right, here's a way in.
And then he reaches down for the handle.
Fucking hell, somebody locked it again. Anyone? I don't have the key.
Yeah, hang on, let me look at it. Nah, look in my pocket, pull out a little set of picks.
Okay. Oh, I thought that landed on the 18. So you feel a couple tumblers in it's a fairly like beefy, like almost 10-inch by 10-inch plate that seems to have been affixed for the lock mechanism itself. You feel a couple of tumblers start to roll, and then the tools snap.
God damn it! That was my lucky set. Now was it audible? Did people hit me or know that I fucked up, or only I know I did it?
It's delicate enough work. Like nobody's crowding around like with their ear to the door. So far only you know that there's a.
Okay, then that's in my head, and I sit there and let me see what the component. It's only verbal, so I kind of whisper, and I cast knock.
Knock makes a very loud noise.
Well, as I do it, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna knock on the door itself. Or I'm gonna make the motion like it's me doing it.
Does knock have any kind of limitation on like when it can succeed, or if there's a
Let's not undersell how loud this sound is about to be.
audible from as far away as 300 feet?
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Now, did I
Is it a
fumble?
single knock?
Now, hang on.
Just
Did I
one?
fumble? Is that what caused them to break? Because if I rolled a 1 as a halfling, I can re-roll my 1.
No, but you did roll really low.
It was
Okay.
2.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend my 11 then, and I rolled an 11, actually. So that would be a 17 total.
Okay. In that case, you feel
We'll just retcon this whole thing.
like it's about to break, and then you quickly remove some of the pressure on that one and just kind of take a breath and continue working, and you are able to lift the rest of the tumblers up and out of the way. And it does, the lock does disengage.
That was a bit tricky, but I think I got it. And then step back and do the hand, kind of the flourish off to the side, so letting Declan do.
Right, thanks. Anyway,
and he starts to push on the door, and it's actually has to give a great deal of force. This seems to be a pretty thick door as it starts to move, but he does open into a very poorly lit space, and you can see that there's larger clusters of that razor vine that are crowded around the door. So the little bits that had been able to make their way through, you could tell just how much was still like built up behind the other side. But there is enough space, because it's a fairly wide door. There's enough space between them to be able to walk through into what appears to be the top of a staircase. And as he, finishes pushing the door far enough open, he's like,
yeah, every now and then someone decides this just needs to be locked back up. They're not fond of a lack of. They're not fond of visiting from below, I guess. Anyway, come on in. You got some torches, maybe, or who's good at seeing in the dark?
I can see pretty well in the dark.
Right, you're gonna need it. It's pretty dark down here.
For those of you that are walking through it and stepping onto this kind of top platform, you are in. I mean, it follows the same slope of the ziggurat above, but it's just an ever expanding, very deep stairwell from what you can see. The bottom is obscured both in distance and darkness. You see all over much larger clumps of this razor vine that just twist up along the walls, out around some of the staircase that follows in an ever widening pattern down into the depths.
I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take the dogs out. Be right back.
All right. Anybody else? What? Lighting torches. Good with the darkness. Anybody...
I've got 120 feet dark vision, so I'm good. I don't have any lights.
I also have dark vision, although I don't think it's 120 feet.
Do any of you not have dark vision? Good lord.
I don't think I do, actually.
Oh yeah, you don't. And Lucky just cast it on himself. Blaskin does not innately.
So I will be lighting a torch.
There.
I have 60 feet of dark vision.
Mm-hmm. So, Wivash, your torch is going to help Blaskin out unless Blaskin is using any. I feel like we
actually
had
have
some
goggles
kind of
of
component before.
Yeah, I have a Goggles of Night. I bought it as a joke.
Night vision goggles.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I can dump the extremely dark mold from my inventory.
Yep, you did dump it off the cliff.
By which we mean a boat.
I love the description of some of the things in your bag, man.
My stuff?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody that doesn't have dark vision or can't do it?
Wivash does not. He's lighting up a torch. Blaskin's got goggles.
Okay, well, hang on before you light that, because we may need to be unnoticed as well. And I reach out and touch his, because he's tall. I'm a halfling. I touch like the side of his knee, and I cast dark vision on him as well.
Oh, nice. Is that two separate concentrations?
It's not concentration.
Oh, nice.
Let me double check. It shouldn't be. Nope, not concentration.
I have special eyes.
Wow, nice. Oh yeah, because like light isn't a concentration spell either, right? Some of those lower level ones that you don't need to be constantly consumed by. Okay, so everybody's got an ability to see in the dark.
Personally hate concentration.
Your precocious tout pulls out a set of matches and lights himself a torch.
Okay, it's gonna be a long walk, but there's only one way to go, so just follow the stairs, and we'll make our way down.
So after getting all the torches put out and giving out dark vision.
Yeah, he's gonna pull out a torch anyway.
So you prevented Lavash from lighting one, but
Right, but then
your
the
hands
guy
free?
leading us is gonna go ahead and torch up anyway. So, I mean, if he thinks it's safe, I probably would have saved spell slots and we all just carry a torch. I thought it was like we need to sneak through here.
I mean, if you want to retcon it.
Yeah, I mean, what does he
Anyway.
think? Do we need to be kind of unnoticed? Or is the torch going to be okay?
Well, there isn't much traffic what comes up the stairs normally, and fair sections of this place just been left to rot, so they're kind of empty. But you'll see. There's some lights down below, and we actually come out into different parts of as we make our way through under sigils. So I think we're good with don't need to be hiding much right now.
Okay, then yeah, if you'll let me retcon it, then I won't cast that
Yeah,
on
sure.
us because we don't need it.
Okay, fair enough. So y'all start to make your way down. Anybody want to be out in front?
Hey, thank you for the raid roll stream.
I'll go in front.
I wanted to be in front.
Well, you didn't say anything fast enough. Now it's me. Short stack.
Well, he is the hardened criminal. He probably knows his way around dark, shadowy places.
It's true. I've been to prison one time.
He's a hardened prison. Yeah, he's been in prison.
Spent 10 minutes in jail.
Yeah. These are my people now.
I'm still giving Gumbo that side eye ever since. Everybody's been to prison.
Don't judge me.
I just imagine after Blaskin's 10 minutes in jail, he comes out with like a shiv, like
Tattoos.
yeah.
Somehow tattoos, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blaskin, how fast did they give you those tattoos? On your metal body. Really fast.
Okay, so the front clump of your party is heading down. Blaskin, Flint, and Declan's kind of keeping pace, just out of a sense of obligation to be participating as the guide. And it's a kind of a, I want to say it's a careful descent unless you guys want to rush it. But it's not a completely clean staircase. There are sections with where some of the kind of side rail has crumbled away. There are a couple areas where there's not much space left to walk along the side path of the wall because some of the razor vine shoots have built up like a sizable, I don't know, think Jack and the Beanstalk, like 2-foot diameter sections of this have kind of crawled up the wall. So let's see. I think I can just do this real fast. That is from you. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. 1, 2, 3 failures. Okay, so overall, that's still a group success from a dexterity standpoint. So there's at a couple different times you need to work together. Gumbo, you almost fall off the side trying to skirt one of the larger roots that has grown through the center of this the staircase walkway. And someone's able to reach out and grab you. Give me a percentile die roll.
Me?
Who's
Let's see
rolling?
if you Gumbo.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. There's a brief chance that you may have dropped your the staff you were carrying.
I see.
And then further down, Will, you actually managed to miss one of the kind of stones that had fallen from a previous, or from an earlier tier in the stairwell, and almost take a tumble over into the center. Before quick thinking and remembering that you can walk down walls, you plant your foot on the side of the gangplank before stepping back up onto the top, continuing. So,
If the walls look sturdier than the gangplank, maybe I'm just gonna walk on those.
it's all so it's a stone staircase. I guess I should point that out too. It's not like, held together with ropes and like string and tape, but it's just over time and the kind of tenacious growth of the plant caused cracks and some crumbling.
They really need a better gardener in here.
So I would say being careful. You guys make your way down towards the bottom, a good half hour's worth of travel. It's a significant distance you're estimating. Yeah, I can't do the math right now. We're going to say hundreds of feet continuing down this tower, and it has been ever broadening in scale until you start to see you get your first glimpses of the bottom of the structure, and there's like a faint glint shimmering on the floor of the stairwell, and you can see that at the very bottom there's very tall open archways that lead out of the structure itself. Making your way down to the bottom, you do notice that the floor is covered in like a shallow layer of like brackish water. But if anybody dares to test it, it's only maybe a foot or two deep.
Oh dear. Wyvosh, could I perhaps get a lift?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Me being a speciest and not thinking about the little people.
Very
tall, sir.
Wow, I really do forget how small Gumbo is.
Are there walls or trees or anything that I can
He's
walk
literally
along?
half my height.
He's
Wow.
so small. How small? What is Gumbo's height, by the way?
2 feet?
210.
Oh, okay.
So it's still short for a gnome.
Hey, that was you cut off 50% of your overall height. Or 33? Whatever. It's too late to do math. In my head. I'll let the dice do it. But you guys have reached, and Declan kind of does a bit of a flourish as he jumps off the last step into the water. Welcome to Undersigil. At least, this part. And then turns around, holding his torch, and starts to make his way out into the more open space. And you see that it does open up into an expansive cavern. If you turn back around, you can see the outer edifice of this tall ziggurat structure disappear up toward a ceiling several hundred feet up that is equal parts like natural cavern rock surfaces, and then like structured civilization structures. You see there are some pipes and like smooth surfaces that look like they have, you know, buttressed supports in places, and then scanning out across at the ground level, you see that same kind of standing water level covers a fair majority of the ground. There's, you know, rocks or occasionally bits of built up walkway, more, you know, like rectangular brick-like structures. It just kind of extends off into the distance. Dotted around are various kind of green lit torches that are helping to give some of that low light glow. And then it just the ceiling, if the like direction that Declan's starting to face, you can tell that the roof of the cavern's area starts to slowly slope downward to something much closer to ground level, maybe 30, 20 feet up. And you see more like distant torches in that direction and continued standing structures, some that have just been, you know, completely collapsed. Some have had rocks fall. Others look more or less untarnished, just, well, untouched, but are showing like different mold growths, or razor vine has kind of overtaken them. But you are kind of directed. It's hard to tell, you know, cardinal directions, but heading left from where you have exited the ziggurat.
With the unique architecture down here.
It's how do I want to put it? The type of rock that's made up of like all bunch of different types.
Granite?
Oh, it was a category. I was just gonna try and use that descriptive term, but it's a varied landscape of architectural styles. Similarly reminiscent to kind of the mishmash that you see up on the street level. But also it looks like over time it has been combined with more of the infrastructure that the current topside requires as part of being a city of such large population. So you'll have like the open causeway in front of you, and like down the side that looks like it was just built straight through the roof of an old structure is like a large like steel pipe that has, you know, bits of steam coming off of it. There's sewer structures, open like canals, and it's a hodgepodge of different times and different purposes for the space that now occupies, you know, the underside of the city. So as you are making your path along in the direction that Declan's guiding, so his presence is going to provide advantage, but who wants to kind of, between Laskin or Flint, since you guys were kind of clambering for the lead, who wants to go and make a survival check for this first leg of travel?
I want to do it.
Go for it.
That, sir, is a 28.
Very nice.
Okay. That's good, because
Oh, really?
that's good in this particular case. As you guys are about an hour into this trek, you spot a kind of different tinge to a couple like parts of the shallow pool that you're still moving through, and you kind of alert Declan before he almost takes what turns out to be a significant plunge as the street level that is now the base for this like long water concourse had a couple sections of the stonework completely missing. So you go from a foot to 2 feet of water to like at least, well, it's brackish, so you can't see that far, but it's much deeper.
Fun.
So you kind of call out that there's an unreliable depth, just given the kind of eroded nature of the structures down here. So you guys avoided that one. The next section, we'll say, so that's like first 3 hours of travel. Are you still helming the
I
survival
suppose
checks?
if Flint wants to go.
I mean, I'll let Blaskin do it.
What, you like that +9?
I mean, it's
Slightly better than +0.
24.
Okay. Still managing to avoid the potholes.
Bueno.
You've left more of the open cavern style that was kind of occupied the first section of this trek. Declan has reminded you that from here you guys are trying to make your way to nowhere. Let's see. I need to roll. Okay, so they are not being particularly stealthy. You're moving through kind of a tighter, I want to say like main street. There's various unused structures to both sides, still kind of consumed in this swampy state, thanks to, again, a lot of the sewer structures they put in here. But you are first to pick up the sound of very rapid, like splashes moving through the water, perhaps footfalls, and there's a set of, it's more than one pair, as there starts to be kind of a chaotic nature to the sound, but coming out into like a cross street, you see a haggard humanoid kind of stumbling, continuing to run, panting heavily. They just get a glimpse of you, and it's just a help me, they're trying to, and at that point from behind, or at about like a 15-foot distance from the one that's scrambling to speak, you see what you can only really describe as parched. Well, let's see, who this group is not. Who was not at Dunmoreau with Doppeldead? I think Wavosh. Okay. So Wavosh and Gumbo, I don't think you would have had the opportunity to run into anything like this yet. But for the sake of explanation for the rest of you guys, or Blaskin, you're seeing this, and I think Flint, you're close enough in the lead to be taking this in. He's being pursued by what appears to be emaciated and parched and bizarrely dry mind flayers. There's a pair of them.
Interesting. I call lightning.
Just right away.
On the phone? Hello, Lightning?
Right.
Lightning, strike right here, please.
Does he say ka-chow?
We're working with about a 20-foot ceiling. Do you need exposure to the sky?
He doesn't need exposure to the sky. It needs to be way higher, though.
Yeah. You don't need exposure to. Brandon, you've made that mistake like multiple times.
Do you know how much I'm trying to keep track of in my head already? I'm gonna rely on you guys for knowing your spells better than I can.
I cannot, unfortunately, call lightning, but I will entangle.
Okay. Cool. We're gonna.
Can I get all of them, including the guy? Probably not.
So they're 15 feet behind the guy.
Oh.
This is happening about. So he's 30 feet from you.
Yeah, I can actually. Oh, it's a 20-foot square starting from a point within range, which is 90 feet.
You can grab them.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and entangle all of them.
Okay. Let me make a quick check.
How many did you say there were?
If I cast daylight in the eyeballs of these things, will that count as like a flashbang, or can I flashbang these?
Flint's just like, flashbang out. Blaskin's like, my eyes!
He's still got the little deck goggles
Yeah,
on.
he's got the low light vision on.
Flint, you fucking asshole!
Okay, hold on. Let me find. Right.
Sorry, Blast.
I've got too many things open. There it is. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna let out or let go the spell for Tangle? Correct?
I'm sorry, what?
You're casting Entangle, right?
Yes.
Okay. What components does that have? Is it verbal somatic?
Yes.
Okay. You go to cast the spell, and one of the two mind flayers is still intent on their prey. The other one just happens to notice some of what the spell casting going on. What level is
not high enough to resist a counterspell?
Second, I think.
Yeah, let's say. So
yeah, if he's gonna
the spell fizzles. So they just make like one sweeping hand gesture. The spell fizzles, but you do not lose the spell slot.
Okay.
And then was Flint, you were also within eye line. Was there anything you were going to try and do as a reaction?
I don't know if I have very many good ranged options.
Interesting.
That is a good one.
Is it just the two of them that can react because they're at the front, or are we going to get into initiative?
We're about to get into initiative, but they
Okay.
were in a position where they could react before initiative.
I
go
genuinely don't think I have like a single ranged spell in all,
Okay.
in even all of my spells.
You can also take this kind of surprise round, even if it's not an attack action, like if you're prepping something or...
I get between the mind flayers and Jaboy.
So that was... The guy was 30 feet from Blaskin, and I'd say you're 5 feet behind Blaskin because he was in the lead. So to get to the guy is 35 feet from you.
I'd have to dash.
Okay. Yeah, you can... It's a pretty tight group, but you can get... You can place yourself between him and the mind flayer. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, let me pull our map up here. I think guys, I'm sorry, I can't go past 1 o'clock tonight, so I'm going to give us the setup just so people can start thinking about what they want to do, and then we can pick up from here at the next one. Let me just make sure this is working, and if it has bugs, then I'll be able to fix it between now and next week. Is it? There it is. Close this one. Sure. Enough. Okay, so if I here, button. Okay. I'm gonna say
It's just dark for me, or you not put us on map yet?
Yeah. So you guys are on map, but I think it's got automatic line of sight and obscure. Let me put somebody into place and see if it helps. Blaskin, can you see any of the map?
Yeah.
Do you see all of the map, or do you just see line of sight? Oh, I see your line of sight.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
So. Yeah, just so everybody can be on. Let me find. Oh, yeah, I need to add the encounter too. Encounters, where'd you go? Too many windows open. Was that one? Was that one? Got the images. There it is. Add to tracker. Oh. Maybe 10 feet. Which puts him. Here, I'm going to add a marker for now.
I see a 5 foot. I see nothing else.
Yeah, I'm just using that to mark. So that's the guy that I've been chasing. There's your 2 mind flares, which means wait, I haven't done enough distance here. They were 30 feet from you, Blaskin. And so if we push you like 10, 15, 20. I'm trying to drag this arrow. It's not letting me drag it. Only 25 feet. Okay, so never mind. He was. Oh, Jesus, never mind. The 20-foot marker is our dude. He collapsed next to this torch. So then they're close. Just put it that way. And then our paladin, Flint, you put yourself here by dashing.
I sure did.
Hmm?
I sure did.
Yep. Okay. Then the rest of you, I'm just gonna clump up behind Blaskin here. We got Will. Combo was on.
I'm gonna clump you all up in mime blast range.
We can. I can scatter you guys
Just
a little bit.
a nice little grouping for the AoE.
Well, the
Just
waters.
so you can see. Technically, you guys are.
undulating.
If I'm on there, I
Technically,
still
you
can't
guys
see
are-
anything.
Yeah, I have not put you on there yet.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's everybody, right? Oh, apples.
Ooh, this looks ominous.
Okay, so yeah, you guys in the back row, we're going to say that you're a good 5 to 10 feet off the map right now. I just want you to be able to see. So you are not fireball clumped. I promise. But yeah, this is our initial combat field here, and we will start. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative so I can have that tracker.
Okay.
All right. we will start next session with number 9. First to go.
Excellent.
Cool. Well, thank you for running, sir. And,
Thank you guys for playing.
Next week looking good, or you not know yet?
So next week, I'm gonna make sure I do my prep beforehand. It's gonna be I'm returning on Saturday afternoon, so I should get in with about an hour to go before the game.
Cool.
So
Okay.
worst case scenario, because we don't get snow in that area. We may have a little bit of a delay, but if I get good traffic, then I make it back like around 9 or earlier.
Okay. Well, if something comes up, let me know beforehand, and we will revisit Aliens for that crew that's doing that. Thank you everyone who hung out. Appreciate the raids tonight.
Woo!
If you'll hang on through the credits, I'll find us someone to raid. Look like House Tivic's doing something tonight. And if you want to catch any of the replays or other campaigns you may have missed, you can do so on YouTube and Rumble. Likes, follow, shares appreciated. And have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Night.
Good night.
Night, Internet.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.